Hi, my name is Erin Wills, and I'm here to present my final assessment presentation for my behavior management course. Sit back and relax, and I hope you enjoy. I'd like to start with interest inventory. An interest inventory is a good way to start off the year and allows you to get to know some interesting things about the students that you might not discover otherwise. Many interest inventories are available online, or you can create your own. And here you can see one that I created. It was a couple years ago, but my students really enjoyed using it. It was kind of like a good icebreaker for the beginning of the year. Some of them didn't want to maybe talk out loud, so writing it down and sharing it with me was better, but they really enjoyed it. And some of the categories that we like to talk about are brothers and sisters, favorite movie or singer, hobbies, sports, favorite book, pets, friends, favorite classes, birthday, and favorite foods. You can ask students about family members. You may have taught one of their siblings or even one of their parents. Students enjoy talking about themselves and will be open to sharing information that may help you in understanding their home dynamics, their personality, their likes and dislikes. It is also a good way to begin establishing a relationship with your students. I usually start off sharing my own interest inventory, giving them a general background about me, or having students ask me questions about myself. It gives them the opportunity to see you as a real person with a life, a home, a family, not just a teacher. P.S. We don't live and sleep at school either. Behavior management style. The behavior management style that I thought best described me was reality therapy, which is closely related to choice theory by Glasser. And this is where the students are motivated by the 5 basic needs: survival, belonging and love, freedom, fun, and power. Survival represents the student's need for food, shelter, and safety. Teachers need to establish a classroom environment where students feel safe from harm. Belonging and love can be provided by a teacher who creates a place where students can work together on meaningful activities, be included in class discussion, and receive positive feedback. Students need to feel a sense of freedom in the classroom by being allowed to have choices regarding what they study, how they study, and how they will demonstrate learning. Fun in the classroom is necessary for our students. Teachers can involve students in interesting activities and allow them to share with friends. Incorporate games as learning strategies or add music to an activity. Students also need to feel empowered by having responsibilities in the classroom. Most students enjoy helping teachers hand out books, pass out papers, collect papers, run errands, and so on. A key to reality therapy is to establish mutual respect. Students and teachers need to establish mutual respect. Teachers may need to teach or model what respect looks like or sounds like, as many of our students may not know. Students are very vulnerable and need to be praised and encouraged. Even if student work doesn't quite meet the acceptable standard, a good teacher can find something positive to say. Much better, good effort, good job, you're working really hard. Small tidbits of positive feedback build trust and respect. Remember that each student is a gift from God. Weirich 2013. Examples would be diamond in the rough, flaws can become talents, and encourage. Our students are given to us by God, and we are accepting that responsibility when we become a teacher. God isn't yet finished with our students. They need shaped, smoothed out, and polished. That's where teachers can become so important. Flaws in our students can be turned into amazing talents for life. Think about that student who never wants to write, but always draws. Allow that student to draw if he or she can convey their understanding through pictures better than through writing. Then embrace that talent. Who knows, that student may become a cartoonist or an animator for maybe the Disney group. Encourage differences and uniquenesses in a world where we all seem to be content with ordinary. Teachers are role models for our students. Treat our students with God's love. Do not respond in anger. Words hurt deeply, and be professional. We must always remember that we are role models for our students. When so many of our young people come from poverty and dysfunction, we need to show them that there is a way out. There's another path to take. It isn't always easy, but try not to respond to the students in anger. Anger only fuels anger. God's love can temper out our anger with kinder, gentler words. Remember that words hurt deeply and often leave wounds and scars for life. If necessary, take a deep breath and think before you speak. Be professional. Your words should build, not destroy. Teach, not humiliate. We are only human, and we all have had those days when we've been pushed to the limit and we blurt out something in anger. As soon as the words leave my mouth, I regret them. But once spoken, we can never get them back or undo them, the hurt they may cause. Classroom rules. Here's a list of things that might be good to implement in your classroom to help your students make it through the day. Keep rules to a minimum. Use simple language. Teach the rules to students. Let students have some input. Post the rules in a prominent place and reteach the rules often. It is an absolute must. Rules are needed in order to have an environment where students can learn. Even students will agree that we need rules. They just don't like our rules. Don't have a lengthy list of rules. It will only complicate your life as some student attempts to violate each one before the year is over. Keep rules simple and reasonable, expressed in a simple language students can understand. Let students help establish the rules so they have some ownership. Teach the rules and reteach them periodically. Post them in the room where they are clearly visible to all students. We have the PBIS, which is the Behavior Positive Intervention System. We follow these 3 guidelines: respectful, responsible, and ready. We teach this the second that the kids come into school. Our PBIS team established 3 rules that seem to cover it all. Respectful means that you value the opinions and use tolerance with those who do not agree with you. Respectful behavior is courteous and never violent. Responsible is be accountable, setting higher goals and standards for yourself and others, using self-control and acting according to the expectations of the school. Ready is being prepared for the success in the real world by learning all you can, by being hungry for knowledge and ready to accept the challenges in life. And these would be the list of references where I got this information for my presentation. I hope you enjoyed it, and thank you for listening.